Yeah, yeah.
That's fucking.
Look at Leno in that. God, look at Leno. He is an old man now.
I mean, he's got to be sitting like fucking the barber and Andy Griffith.
Yeah. Well, they just showed him in that commercial.
Floyd. He's Floyd the barber.
I first saw him in 1985 do a 6-minute set on Letterman. I got to be honest with you. I thought it was hysterical. I loved Leno.
Oh, I think he's still all right. I think even now, you come see me to come in music club, you know?
I think I told the story before. I remember I was doing stand-up here in the 90s, and there was a benefit that had both Leno and Seinfeld. This was when Seinfeld was at the height of his fame, with the TV show. And they had a benefit.
For Jay.
And they were both half an hour. It was an hour show, both got a half an hour. Buddy of mine saw it and said Leno just blew Seinfeld out of the water. He was absolutely hilarious. Great crowd work, excellent energy, just polished, good jokes. You could just tell, he just knew what he was doing. On that TV show he did, he was so pathetic. The Midnight Milquetoast Magician. God, I didn't like him. It bummed me out. It's like he had no edge whatsoever. And I guess when he would do his warm-up stuff, because he was one of the few guys who would do warm-up too. Usually they have a comic go out there for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He did warm-up. And I guess his warm-up is fucking hilarious. Like, he's still totally good. And then he turns the light and TV camera, and he's just... I remember when Viagra was invented, and it was all Viagra jokes, and it was just dumb. Not funny. I never liked Leno on The Tonight Show. Never. I lost a lot of respect for him because I thought he was funnier before that.
All right, so what do we want to watch while we talk? Because I do have to say that this would be, if we were talking off air about the Reaper always getting interrupted.
Yeah. By
like he's ready to kill a person that's ready to go, and then he gets a call that he has to actually reap a kid with cancer. So I imagine him following Jay.
Yeah.
When he's, he gets the oil splashed on his face. The Reaper's back there sharpening his blade, and then he gets the call for the kid. And then he goes back. He's like, all right, I'll get Leno in 2 weeks. And then Leno's tumbling down the Hollywood Hill, and he's just like, all right, sharpening the blade. And then he gets the call for the cancer kid again.
Well, didn't he set himself on fire?
Set myself on fire. I'm splashing oil on my genitals. I'm trying to go.
I remember him being on The Tonight Show like in 1978. I didn't get his jokes because I was too young. I was 9. I got him when I was a teenager.
Wasn't he like edgy?
Oh, absolutely. He was. Yeah, I mean, he could be. He had totally strong opinions on stage. Totally strong opinions, which
I'm against Reagan.
Well, he was. He
wore a funny hat. He looked like fucking.
Yeah.
He looked like fucking the dude on Chips.
Eric Estrada, or Larry Wilcox,
or like Freddie Prinze wore that same type of hat. It was like a fucking not
floppy
not
hat,
a fedora, but a fucking
like Sly and the Family Stone used to wear. No, he did not wear that. He was not like a pimp in 1972.
I think I just saw one set where he was wearing it. I tried it out.
He had locks. He had big Italian locks. Man, he's going to show those things off.
Oh, Jay Leno definitely thinks the Italian are not white still.
He is Italian.
Yeah, I'm Sicilian. I'm like reddish. I'm a reddish orange.
But I guess he was a total road warrior in the late 70s, early 80s. He literally lived out of his car. It's like, I'm sorry. I remember hearing about that, and that just seemed completely unappealing to me. I did not want to live in my car.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to. And that's part of the reason why things maybe didn't develop in the way that they could have.
It's why I like LA. It's why I'll never like New York, because as much as I romanticize the kid, do stand up all the time, have no meaningful relationships in my life.
Well, exactly.
Look at all those people. They're not happy.
Yeah.
I'll talk to anyone, and I'm not saying they're bad people. Mark Norman, Sam Morril.
Yeah.
Ian Fidance, who's a lovely boy.
Yeah.
Genuinely, truth serum, gun to their head. Okay, you're financially stable doing stand-up. Are you happy?
Yeah. No, and the answer is no.
Does it like you got to leave, Ian, you got to leave your fucking cat alone from Thursday through Sunday every week?
Yeah.
Like, you don't think that's... Like, even little stuff, like being a road comic blows.
Yeah, it just...
So, like, as much as people shit on it, sell a script, dog.
Yeah.
You'll get $300K and be able to do stand-up whenever you want.
Hopefully. It is...
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying, that should be, like...
That's also a line.
That's all. But he also writes. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's a good thing. That's what I'm doing. I'm serious.
He doesn't just do stand-up.
That's a good thing. I mean, it improves my writing. I have to do it. It's definitely part of my creative process. And there's no doubt I've become a better writer the last 2 years. There's no doubt about it.
Here we go. We got the floor, baby.
And so, I think that's a path, too. Yeah, when I worked the road, I worked it enough to realize I just don't like this. And at a young age, I knew that.
Well, and here's when you realize it. When you realize that you do like bars in South Beloit and like
Oh yeah,
fucking Peru, Illinois,
absolutely,
and Des Moines
Rockford
and Cedar Rapids,
and Fargo,
and it's like and it's bad, but it's like fun, but it's you're definitely like, okay, I'm on the ground floor, and then you meet people who you think are like, oh, you're doing the real clubs. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, but it's not, the conditions are not that much better.
Yeah, exactly. Of like a Funny Bone in Pittsburgh or whatever.
In Cedar Rapids is not as great. It's more prestigious to do Penguins, the comedy club, but like you're going to get the same kind of food. Like it's not like they treat you like you're this king.
Yeah.
Like you're staying in a motel with 3.5 stars.
I remember when I had to go do in Appleton.
Come everywhere.
I had to do Appleton with Diana Lima, who died like 2 years later. I remember hanging out with her, and the Spencer Dobson was the middle, and then I was the opener. I didn't get one honest laugh the entire week. Didn't get one honest laugh.
That's
bombed
hilarious
every time.
You need those.
Not one honest laugh.
So here we go.
And I had to stay with them. And of course, I had the shitty room, which was okay. But we had to stay in this kind of shitty condo and hanging out with her. And she was funny. She was, but just like had this like, like this smoker's breath, like smokers sort of, and this is a woman.
Real Aunt Diane way about her.
Yeah. And just like, I don't know what it is. These mouth breathers, I don't like it when they're salivating and they're breathing. This is her just talking off stage. So I remember being like, God, these people don't really seem like that happy. And she probably made, $3 to $4 grand that weekend, and that was 27 years ago. That's decent enough money, But I was like, man, I bombed every time. That was a real humbler, boy. That was a humbler. I got taken out of my comfort zone. But, you have to have sets like that. You got to get out of your comfort zone just to experience it. It affects your act and should improve it. I also had times on the road too where I actually connected really well and got big laughs. It wasn't always a bad thing. I just thought to myself, I cannot do this. Or it's got to be under very different terms that I am not at. It's just
I just got a third interview for a dispensary.
Well, good job, man. Good job.
You want here's a behind the scenes. This is what Hollywood's like. Reading your emails from the day jobs you're gonna get. You want to read the details?
Sure, absolutely.
So it's a shift type, part-time dispensary sales associate.
So you'll be doing that.
Bud tender in Inglewood, the city of champions. $19.50 an hour. That fucking socialist pay, if I'm being quite honest with you. I'm lucky. Open availability. By the way, if Stizzy's listening, I'm joking. I'm genuinely grateful. I understand that like Oklahoma workers make $7 an hour.
Yeah.
Got to click this link to move forward. Man. Yeah. Microsoft Teams. They're interviewing me on Teams.
Okay.
Yeah. But this will be the third one.
Good. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I know you need to work, right? You're looking for,
And I do. But I'm starting to hate that we've developed the country around the notion. This is what genuinely I've had this philosophical debate with myself. Because Joe Rogan's whole thing with universal basic income, why he's against it, he genuinely thinks that if people can't have a job or if someone doesn't make money doing something, that they lose purpose to get better at it.
God,
he literally said this. He goes, but you have UBI. How are people going to have incentive to get better at something?
I cannot stand that argument.
He goes,
and that's
the reason
fundamental.
The reason the doctors we go to are sick is because we pay them a shitload of money, so they have to be sick.
The doctors are sick? What?
No, like good. Like he's basically saying that like obviously the more you pay someone, the more the better they are at their job.
So what? First off, I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't agree with the logic of that at all.
So he goes like, if you take someone's job away, like, what would they do?
Yeah, live.
Exactly.
It is this whole, that is that Puritan work ethic of like, if you aren't working your ass off, you're some sort of despicable human being.
So that made me think that lazy. When you were like, you need to work, I'm like, well, yeah, but I find that to be a problem with our society.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, dude, and I've told you a million times, I mean, I've done 9 to 5 for, on and off. I could never do it for longer than like 4 years or 5 years. I can't. 2 weeks paid vacation is absurd.
Yeah.
It should be a minimum of 4. And frankly, Kelsey, it should be 6.
All right. You want to switch over to the floor here? I mean, we're watching it, but let's I want to get a general, because you don't know the premise of this game show.
Yeah, not at all. I can't figure it out.
Okay. So the floor is an American game show based on the Dutch game show of the same name, but on the Dutch one, they kill you on the floor. It's more like fucking
What like a Squid Game or something? Or
yeah, like a fucking Ari Aster movie.
I'm proud to say, Keith, I'm going to give
Rob Lowe's cleaning up, dude. He's rebuilt his career.
Absolutely. I just want to say something. I'm proud of myself, Keith. I've never done this gesture. This is the first time I've ever done this gesture.
Oh, the heart?
In my entire life.
Soccer players do that when they score.
Yeah.
To their sickly cousin or something? To their mother?
Never done that.
Remember Sammy Sosa used to kiss his fingers to his heart?
What you said when I was growing up was like, "Hey, Mom." That's what you said to because you got a sideline shot.
Well,
hey,
they don't
Mom.
got the audio sometimes.
I know.
You don't know who you're waving to. Okay, so each season begins with a pool of contestants standing in separate squares of spaces on a large grid on the studio floor. Each contestant has a category in which they feel particularly knowledgeable, so you get to run to whatever.
Yeah.
You'd always run to sports. Ooh,
of course. Absolutely.
However, the producers of the show ultimately decide the categories that the contestants have. Season 1 featured 81 people in a 9x9 grid, 2 100 and a 10x10. The floor is measured 20 by 12 meters, roughly 66 by 39. And the game show progresses over the course of a season. So that's the thing, is like you're coming back every week.
Oh, so it's longitudinal in that sense.
Yeah. So the grand prize is awarded to the contestant who ultimately controls the entire floor. The secondary prizes are awarded throughout the season to the contestants with the most territory at the end.
So what? The floor underneath them shapes and moves based on who wins?
No. So like, let me try and get the. So one contestant is chosen at random via the randomizer to be a challenger and shown the categories of all opponents whose territories share at least one side with their own.
Oh, so then they have to take on that. They have to,
then chooses one of them to challenge face-to-face in a head-to-head duel.
Okay.
So, and then here's the thing. If I'm going to guess, and then I'm going to see if I'm right. If I'm remembering correctly, if whoever loses this one-on-one duel, everyone who's around them, who's on their grid, also leaves.
Ooh, so like three or four other
you're
folks
in control of whoever gets knocked off the floor.
Who are who are adjacent to
and
you.
And like that becomes part of the strategy of like sometimes you want to knock everyone off. You're like, you know what I mean? Like, so here, now I'm going to actually go to the rules. We don't do this a lot. The specifics of the duel remain undisclosed until the challenger selects an opponent, with the format defaulting to visual unless specified otherwise by host.
Oh, okay. I see.
The two contestants take turns identifying a series of images or words associated with the challenged opponent's category. They are given separate 45-second clocks, only one of which runs at any given time, starting with the challenger. The contestant in control must give a correct answer to stop their clock and turn control over to their opponent. Infinite guesses are allowed without penalty, and a contestant may pass whenever desired. However, they must wait 3 seconds for a new image or text to be shown. Okay. Some categories are text-based, requiring contestants to perform tasks such as filling in the missing words of a book title or song lyric, or naming the movie from which a famous quote is taken. The first contestant to run out of time is eliminated from the game. If the category is completed with all images or clues within the identified time, the contestant with more time left wins the duel and gives up all of their territory to the winner. Oh, so like you acquire different squares throughout the game, and that's how you're eliminating people. And then when you're in the one-on-one duel, everything you control is up for grabs.
Okay. So is the point to get to go across the line?
Of the show, no, at the end of the show, I think you want to knock everyone off the board.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Like both of these people want to like knock everyone off the board and own all of the floor.
Okay. Study world religions. I have never been to church before. Closest I've ever come to Jesus.
He's DSA.
Was a taxi ride in Peru with.
How dare you find
Jesus.
that you?
So, if Jesus is really here tonight, he's gonna be up there on that screen for me and not her.
They're.
Oh, yeah.
So is this like whatever? He's taking on a right-wing Christian or something? I mean, he's giving some attitude.
All right, Kaylee's
Did you hear him?
The challenger. She's going first.
I mean, she's got a septum piercing.
They identify the faith-based.
Nice bump on the box.
Thing you see.
That was good. That was a good. You see, they're coming back. We got some sound effects in the first half.
I got 7% on this iPad.
Oh, I tell you what, this deserves a point. It deserves a point because I actually like the dimensions in which it works. I think it's a complex show. It's complex enough.
I don't know. I certainly don't understand what the fuck is going on.
I mean, you can hear there's something there. What is this?
So that we don't get another time boost on the floor.
So you can communicate? Okay.
So yeah, this is the season finale.
Here we go. Well, it is June. You know, TV's all winding up, right? I mean, they're all like on a hiatus.
Oh, it's the fucking, we got to sit through this bullshit.
Oh, okay.
everything.
Fire everything.
Let's see. This is where we're gonna test Al.
They're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yeah. Unlimited Al.
Floor.
Back on chicken. 3% cash back on
I'm gonna see. Let's compare their answer. So this is what AI would say. The setup, the grid. A large interactive floor, they went through that. The gameplay loop, the randomizer. At the start of a round, a randomizer flashes across the grid, selecting one contestant to activate them. Okay.
Okay.
The challenge, the chosen contestant must look at the squares bordering their current territory and choose one adjacent opponent to challenge to a head-to-head duel.
Okay.
And then if whoever knocks each other off, you get their territory.
Okay.
The duel is always being used, is always using the trivia category belonging to the defending player. So that's what it probably chooses. Like,
so you say, I'm going to go after your property, but then
because I think I know more about it than you do.
Yeah. Okay.
Meaning you cannot choose to play your own category on offense.
Oh, interesting.
So you can't just be like, I'm going to pick sports because I know the most about sports.
Yeah, it's going to be like geography or something or whatever.
Both players face off in a rapid fire visual trivia battle. We went through that. Each player has a 45-second chess clock. So once they're done, it stops. The person whose clock hits 0 seconds is instantly eliminated from the show and goes home. Winning territory and strategy. Conquering land. The winning of the duel takes over all of the floor territory previously owned by the loser.
Okay.
The category inherit. If the attacker wins, they inherit the category of the person they just defeated.
So they have to,
The category they originally bought to the show is retired from the space. So it's basically like if you beat sports, now you're sports.
Okay.
The attacker's choice. After winning a duel, the triumphant player faces a crucial strategic choice. Keep fighting. They can choose to go on the offense immediately and challenge another adjacent neighbor. Return to the floor. They can choose to stand down and hold control back to the randomizer, letting it pick a brand new challenger.
Islam, star, and crescent moon.
Star and crescent moon. The Torah.
Genocide. He just
Christmas.
The nativity scene. The nativity scene, man. It's the nativity scene. Come on. Even I know that. I am not
she
religious.
fucking munches box.
What you said? Nativity scene. I got that one right.
Oh yeah.
Monks, Buddhist monks, Buddhism.
Yeah, Buddhist monks.
Yeah.
Turban.
Sikh.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Lotus flower.
Oh yeah, I mean she has
Islam.
girlfriends. She has girlfriends with that on their backs. So I'm getting a lotus flower tattooed on my thigh.
You're pounding that one hard, buddy. I like it.
No, that's a lotus flowers. What was another one? Fucking
that a lesbian would have, correct?
Artichokes. I know some bitches that got artichokes tattooed
is it like
on them.
Georgia O'Keeffe
They
sort
like
of thing?
blossoming things, like a blossoming type of flower.
Yeah, isn't that Georgia O'Keeffe's thing? Was that the painter?
Dude, I know a girl who's got an entire fucking dragon wrapping around a tree on her back. Like her entire back is a tattoo.
Yeah. How much did that cost?
Oh, she got it over a period of years. Like if the tree was there, and then she put stuff in, and now it's her entire back.
Really?
Yes, really. I didn't know.
Whoa, wait. It's $250,000 we're playing for.
Well, I didn't think it would come to me.
Look at me. He's funny. Aren't they funny? They are really funny, aren't they?
Muppets, which you just heard about this today. Let's see what you're dealing with here.
Rob Lowe has a career, man. I mean,
his son is in comedy. Aaron Branch, our friend, opens for Rob Lowe's son, I think.
Oh, is he decent enough?
Or he knows him, through acting. He knows him through acting.
Oh yeah. I think he lives in Santa Barbara. You know, I mean, he lives in like the wealthy stars go to Santa Barbara. I feel like, you know.
What Victor's gonna do next? He might do us all a favor, take out Eric, go cruise destinations. I am just very happy letting everybody go after each other at this point.
Go after?
Let's go, Eric. Eco-friendly.
Jesus Christ, that guy looks like Josh Hokit.
Who is that again?
That's the guy who said Michelle Obama was a man at the UFC 250.
Man, I guess he's.
I think I'm just unfortunately, anyone with that big black beard is going to get Hokited.
So that guy's from Fresno, I think. I think he's from San Joaquin.
No, he's from Bakersfield. He went to Clovis High School, which is like that's what they were like. He went to Clovis High School. Absolutely, this is how he feels.
Yeah. Is that just a completely just WT?
It's just like California right wing type of shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
California right wing is that conspiracy. He he's more like he believes every conspiracy.
Yep.
Type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think there's, and believe me, California used to be totally right wing. Like, I mean, Reagan and Nixon both came from California. Like, it was an incubator for right wing ideas.
So I watched this Faye Dunaway movie.
What was it?
What the fuck was it? Let me see. I'm gonna find it. But it was starring this girl, Jane Bryan. It was starring Jane Bryan. She was supposed to be this up-and-coming actress. And then she retires in 1940, right after she's like, you're going to be the shit. And her and her husband become Republican funders. They convinced Ronald Reagan to run for president.
Yeah. Or maybe even governor, too. You know, because I mean, I know he hosted the GE Hour, you know, because he was a third-rate actor, you know, and he hosted this GE Hour where they'd have like, I don't know, it was a variety show, I don't know what it was, but it was sponsored by GE, and he got connected to corporate America through that too. They knew they had something with Ronald Reagan. He was the beginning of the true right, like in the mid '60s, '66, when he was elected governor of California. That was definitely a shift rightward of the country. So the anti-New Deal was beginning to really take hold.
Had 4 years of success. She was her first dramatic training came in Jean Mueller's theatrical workshop. She was discovered by Bette Davis. That's the movie she was in. Bryan also acted in radio, starring in the 2-part series Misty Mountain on the Silver Theater program with Jimmy Stewart.
Wow, so she worked with some people.
Oh yeah. Several films. She married businessman and entrepreneur Justin Dart. On New Year's Eve in 1939, they were married until his death in 1984. Dart took control of the United Drug Company in 1943 and rebranded all the stores under the Rexall drug name.
Oh, yeah.
The Darts were staunch Republicans and helped persuade their personal friend, former California Governor Ronald Reagan, to run for president in 1980.
Yeah.
Bryan served as the United Commission of Fine Arts in Washington, D.C. from 71 to 76, and she died at 90 in Pebble Beach, California.
Oh, yeah, Pebble Beach is amazing.
In 4 years, she did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 films.
Wow. So she was working her ass off.
The one I saw was
interesting.
The Old Maid. I watched The Old Maid, starring Bette Davis.
Oh, Bette Davis. Yeah.
It was kind of boring. It's set during the American Civil War. It's about like this girl, Charlotte Lavelle, and her cousin, and she falls in love with the cousin's husband, and then he dies in the war, and then she has this kid from the husband that died, but they weren't married, so she's ashamed and can't acknowledge that. So she raises this kid as if she opens an orphanage, and like her daughter's in the orphanage, and she won't tell her that, like, I'm your mother.
I'm actually your mother.
She doesn't want the shame. So then she goes back to Bette Davis. Bette Davis is this stuck-up rich bitch, and she basically lives as Bette Davis's maid, and Bette Davis pretends to be this girl's mother.
Oh, wow.
And it's just about how, like, the girl grows up to be this rich brat and always hates, like,
her own mother, basically.
Yeah, but she doesn't know. And at the end of the movie, she finds out. But it's so funny because they're like, well, you see, she had you and was ashamed that she'd be shamed at it. Like, it's not like an absurd thing. Like, it's like, obviously she wouldn't say, like, the whole time you're watching it, you're like, just say you're her mother.
Wait, dude, I'm telling you, I literally think it was that strong back then. To have a child out of wedlock, you were a hussy. Like, you were you wore the scarlet letter. I mean, that was a huge deal. That's why the pill was a big deal too, when that actually came out. You know, it is. Yeah, to think that was like, there was such that's how it is now. How many kids are born out of wedlock now? A third? You know what I mean? It's
and even out of wedlock is different now, because back in the day, out of wedlock genuinely meant like we fucked once and oops. But like now, people just don't get married. Like they're together for 30 years, and it's just like, we just aren't married.
Yeah. It's one way and the Christian right is trying to change that. They're literally trying to bring back, like, my God, the very foundations of our society that made it great are being under attack.
That it's like, that's not, people are more evolved than that. Well, even racists are more evolved than that.
No, dude, have you ever seen, I mean, I just read it today. Turning Point had some thing in San Antonio where there's some theory they have about household voting, basically trying to get women to give up their suffrage rights, and just a household
They're trying to bring back the whole, like, do you actually want to vote type of thing.
Are you serious? That was 1920. I mean, seriously, that's 106 years ago. Like,
all right, let's go to police here.
That's settled behavior now.
We're going to go to 10 speed and brown shoe.
I mean, to have the balls to do that, to think, yeah, we're going to do that. It's like, oh my God, that is just backwards. That is backwards thinking.
He's got a
but
really
very
nice
real.
unit.
I mean, again, you can have all these conferences. Is it really going to change? But I mean, they're changing. I mean, Roe v. Wade got overturned. I mean, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. The fact that the Voting Rights Act got gutted is a major win on their side. Major win on their side.